what we're going to see for Team Japan is a team that, they might be the most talented on the international side, but still was not an easy route to get to this point. And these two, Shingo Tomita on the left and Yugo Aoki on the right. This is 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 6th inning. Japan down a run against Venezuela. That ties it, so we move on. Bases loaded in the 8th, and Aoki would end it right there. We've seen a little bit of everything from this Team Japan, but that got them to this international championship. You'll see Tomita in the middle of all their offense today.
Without question, and you'll see what is going to be just a blast, a fun day here, not only on television, but more importantly, right here. They have certainly come, and when they built it, they couldn't have imagined this. Find a seat, enjoy the day. 5.5 hours of Little League baseball. Yes, we've seen Japan here a lot, and we can talk much more about this particular Little League from Kitasuna. But you take a look at the crowd and how the color is predominantly red for the Redland Little Leaguers, who will be on the field at 3:30 Eastern Time. Of course, at home, they play in front of about 100 people. You get here, you play in front of about 40,000. And let's go around some of the Major League parks. The one here in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, capacity 38,362. Historic and iconic Fenway Park, capacity 37,673. Think about the World Series last year. Kansas City Kauffman Stadium holds under 40,000. Well, Alameda Stadium, you have seats, and then you have the hill. And that's why you can get crowds in excess of 40,000. And speculation is that we will get way past 40 and perhaps even 50. So this crowd that's here today couldn't fit into these Major League Baseball stadiums. They wouldn't hold the 40 plus that we'll get here. And while the stands around the infield may be less than full, they will be full. Those tickets given out. And as a result of that, most of them coming to see the United States championship game, they will fill in, certainly by 3:30. And many of those folks out there grabbing a little bite to eat probably took a few hours, if not more, to get here with all the traffic. And we're just kind of chilling out in the shade until the big game starts. Get some shade here.
A good shot of the grandstands from there, exactly. And then we'll wait for the label.
Wait for the roar and try to anticipate which team actually did something great.
Show them what you got right here. Fight to the end right here. Let's go.
Hey, everybody, let's turn up again. I want to hear that song. And then I'm going to fly like Superman. I'm feeling so far gone. So let's ride. Let's ride. We get one shot to get it right. We get one shot, so hold on tight. We get one shot, so let it ride. We get one shot to live your life. We get one shot to go all night. We get one shot, so let it ride.
All right, Jose Reyes now bats for the first time. On the ground to second for one, to first. Double play! Holy cow, a 5-4-3 double play to end the 6th inning. I didn't think Yu Masashi had a chance. Oh, he chased it. Double digits now in strikeouts for Kabu Kikuchi.
There was some great defense that started the inning for Japan, getting maybe the best hitter for Team Mexico out. Long fly ball down the right field line off the bat of Raul Leon, but Yuma Watanabe's there, still scoreless to the bottom of 7.
Mexico and Japan in what is becoming a very memorable game. 0-0, bottom 7. The 2 starting pitchers are still pitching. Japan does not have a hit yet. Mexico only has 4. Armando Verdugo is on the mound. And of course, we'll have Texas and Pennsylvania later, 3:30 Eastern Time. Yugo Aoki will lead off the bottom of the 7th inning here. First pitch to the shortstop. Oh, meant a tough hop. Oh. Good hustle down the line, and he's safe at first.
I tell you, that hop caused Aoki to be safe. And obviously, the speed of Aoki getting down the line, but the hop gets Armenta on his heels just a little bit, which stops his momentum. See right there, now you got to come back, and now you got to gather yourself to make a good throw, rather than your rhythm kind of allowing you to go through that ball.
Zaragoza, the leadoff man on. That's not what we wanted here.
First hit. Wow.
Tomita to left field. Over the head of the left fielder. And now going to third base, Aoki. Japan has base runners at second and third and nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kengo Tomita doubles.
And this is where Japan is just so strong. They come in those late innings. We've seen this Little League World Series, how resilient they are in the late innings. That was just a good piece of hitting, getting on top of that ball. Kengo Tomita being able to hit that ball hard on a line over the left fielder's head. And what they do so well here is they battle here in these situations. They put the ball in play. We talked about that. And in this situation, that's all they're looking to do to put pressure on that defense.
And Ernesto Rios was so close to making that
he
play,
was.
too.
That's what
just off the glove.
Aoki paused for that.
Yeah.
Lo que quiera hacer él. Nuestro trabajo es tirar strike, jugar defensiva, tirar duro a las bases. Amarren, suelten fútbol para home. Podemos salir. Si salimos de esta, ganamos, ¿eh? Si salimos de esta, ganamos. Y vamos a salir. ¿Puedo o no? Necesito los pichos más agresivos ahora, Piri.
Translated, he says throw strikes. And if we get out of this, we'll win the game.
Be aggressive.
Va para arriba. Necesito que lo demuestren aquí. Va para arriba.
Japan starts the game 0 for 19. And since then, obviously, they are 2 for 2. 2-2 so big. You really want to avoid this.
You could just hear it in the crowd.
So, you got the pitcher looking up, looking for some help. He had the shortstop a couple pitches ago making the sign of the cross.
The only walk he's allowed was to the first batter of the game. Up the middle, they're going to need 2. They get 1, and that's it. Japan will win it on the force out at second, and they are the international champions. For a second, I thought we were going to see a flip and maybe a throw for a double play, but no. Armando dove. He got it to Villa, who's down on the ground with his head in his hands. And there was no play for the second out, and Japan wins it in the bottom of the 7th, 1-0. Last 3 Little League World Series, Japan now 6-0 against Mexico. They went 2 for 24 in the game, and they win it.
Only 2 hits in the 7th inning. These kids from Mexico gave it everything they had, though, Nomar. This was a great ball game. Ball hit hard up the middle, but just not enough time to turn to.
Yeah, great effort there. There was just nothing they could do. I tell you, this is one of those games that it was going to be disappointing no matter what for the other team. I mean, both teams fought hard, battled hard. We saw incredible pitching performances today. And Japan once again coming out on top.
Armando Verdugo on the mound was sensational. You played a 7-inning game in which both starting pitchers lasted the entire game. And there he is, the Lion. The Lion King was roaring today for Verdugo. And both of these teams put on quite a show for the near 40,000 that are here watching, and certainly those who are watching at home on television. Japan will play tomorrow for the Little League World Series Championship. This Kitasuna Little League has been there in 01, 07, 2012, and 2014, and they won it all back in 2012, and they did it in 2001. They try to win their 3rd Little League World Series title tomorrow.
They've gotten to know this drill pretty well.
Yeah.
Going out to get the
banner.
A little bit of hardware.
Say, how about this is Kikuchi. Kikuchi's thrown in 3 of their games. He's their ace, and I think this was the best game he's pitched in so far at this Little League World Series. He was incredible.
And there's different spots during the course of the game that he needed a strikeout. There was a few times in each that he got it at the biggest time of the ball game.
Yeah. A couple years ago, we saw a pitching duel between Japan and Chinese Taipei that I just never thought could be equaled or bettered, and today we had it here with Japan and Mexico. Could not ask for a more competitive baseball game as Japan gets 1 run on 2 hits in the last inning. It was the extra inning, the bottom of the 7th inning. So there's joy for the Japanese Little Leaguers from the Kitasuna Little League. And a real tough loss for the great kids from Mexico who played their hearts out. Jamie Sire joins us. The United States Championship game coming up after this message and a word from our ABC stations.